that I just absolutely had to fucking repeat this effing point that, I mean, like, people, I'm sure somebody said it, I gotta say it. This is irony, right? There's always, I mean, there's the bold-faced irony that, this is not a, there's no these protests are fucking the most low IQ shit possible. It's like, when, it's fine if you want to have the dramatic no kings idea in what you're talking about, because it contextually has a place. But when it's the reduction of everything and nothing has an intelligent conversation, you're just out there with a fancy new slogan for an old mental condition. What the irony is the reality that this war has been a no king's war, because the Ayatollah, who is a Shiite kind of Melchizedek type of character, with the mullahs being like the head rabbis kind of character. It's a similar-esque structure because of the common historical roots, ancestral roots that they are tapping into in their tradition. And that priest class appoints the leader, and you get no say in the matter. And then that leader has absolute authority and tells the voting body what laws we're doing today as per the divine wishes of the supreme leader. So you're welcome. America has slaughtered another tyrant king. And not all kings are tyrants, which is why people are calling for the Shah. Because the Shah probably never was a tyrant. He probably was just kind of brutal with some people that were out of hand. Donald Trump has done the same thing. He got kind of brutal with some people that got out of hand. And it's no excuse for anything. I'm just giving you the fucking metric that you're throwing at everyone else in your irrational dictates. So no. You are far from understanding why the President of the United States has the authorities that he does. You hardly even understand rights and privileges and the difference between the two. And you're lecturing us. And we're sick and tired of being lectured by idiots. Right? I mean, it's the same thing. It's just like we're also being threatened by idiots. If any of these people had the right argument about the Zion, global Zionism issue and its connection to all the other global conspiracies, then they wouldn't just yell death to America. These are not rational people. It is the media themselves who act like they understand Iran that well. And that's mostly because of the Mockingbird element. And to me, I think that there was a legitimate inter-intelligence agency civil war that had been going on, and has been changing various strategies. It has sacrificed all manner of things that no longer served it to free up the resources for better agents and making sure that they silence anyone else. A lot of people set themselves up to be tools in a living hell, and that's what a lot of people were. If that wasn't obvious to anybody, just look at the psychological state of Jim Carrey in like 2017 when he's like painting his pictures and he's acting like he's died, like it's just like, I looked at that and I said, I don't know what's going on, but I know what's going on when he was doing that. Like, I didn't know the nature of his connection, but I said, well, okay, there's a connection there. He's operating under some sort of duress. He's doing this for another reason than what his performance is about. Right? Something fucking flipped. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Train went by. It's a single car engine. It's just an inspection car going across the track. Makes perfect sense to me that they exist. It looks weird. That's all. Actually, it looks like a trapezoid. That's why it looks weird. It looks like an upside down trapezoid. And trapezoids trigger me out on an occult level. But anyway, but yeah, no. So you got Iran looking at the Shah, and it was just like, was the Shah just a brutal dude? Yeah, the Shah was just a brutal fucking dude. Why not? But if you were brutal to only a very small portion of the population, you might have been missing something, right? You look at the beats of all of these overthrows, right? It's like, were these guys appointed by our people in our system, and they used it under secret pretenses and set it all up that way and exploited a whole lot of people colonially, yes. And these were socialism was just exploiting poor people that didn't understand why some people were profiting and others weren't. And also the greater needs of the world, at least the world according to everything that was in agreement with the United States. Remember, there are plenty of places that were not American colonies. We can talk all day about Cuba, because Cuba's next and we all know it. Cuba's fucking next and everybody fucking knows it. Right? Everybody's known it. So let's just get used to it. Because this is all the preordained powers. Nobody's making a fucking argument. Like, Congress left town instead of staying to do their whole fucking pay the bills thing, which incidentally would also make them available to sit there and be part of a process to change the war powers of the presidency. Instead of doing that, they went home to let the war rage on. Right? That's what they did. That's what they did. And I don't know where everybody gets their assumption that they know that we're collapsing and that this is why we're collapsing. Or that we've been collapsing and that this is not going to save us, it's going to fucking put a nail in the coffin. Look, we're watching a breakup of the old world order, and we're dealing with it in denial. There are people that are acting according to what they believe the future is going to be, and we're seeing that because that's just part of the capitalist sphere we're living in. You know, communism was a shocker when it dropped because it was fucking communism. Everything just stayed baseline until they couldn't hold baseline. We're not holding baseline. We have a lower class, an upper lower class, a lower middle class, a middle class, a higher, an upper middle class, a lower upper class. Like, we've got tiers upon tiers, right? They're, just like, you want to take out kings in America? You're dealing with a hydra. We're a bunch of fucking noble rejects. That's why we're fucking here. I am Stephen Purdy. I am a descendant of Templar Crusaders. I've got some sort of royal going on in May. It's fucking obvious. But who fucking owns a fucking statement like that as a serious, incredible person, right? You know? There has to be an appreciation for the depth by which that comes from and how you fucking own it, as well as how much your soul needs to say it at all. Like how I just did there. And so, it's of interest to me because of, everybody now, like for the last year now, everybody's been talking about the Killing of the King ritual, and it's the Ides of March, which is prime Killing of the King ritual. It's an Aries season thing. I'm an Aries. I'm being totally insane by wearing my Tarot Emperor card in the gym. Right? Do I just get ganked because somebody doesn't like my personal command of myself attitude? Who's this guy thinks bowing for? I bow before myself. And I always show up for myself. Therefore, I have to stand so I can bow. You figure out how that works. So anyway, yes. So it is a no kings kind of time. And may the worst kings fall. We got here. We got Zello, my Cherie. How's it going? Let's see. Hey, good to see you. Been a while. Hi. I posted a couple of days ago. Ryan Blake, hi. How's it going? My Cherie. Want to totally quit the pod world and now is a contractor. Oh, the One-on-One podcast closed down? Oh, that's wild. I didn't know that. I noticed I hadn't seen much from him. I didn't have enough time to get around to his angle of the game. Too bad. It's all right. Well, Juan's always got fans if he decides to pop back in. But I can understand with how crazy, the conversation may not be serving how he feels about things in the world, and everybody's got their thing. And as long as they're doing what they got to do, it's all right if they're off and they're on. I've been off and on for a wild, long period of time. Anyway, catch you guys later.